Happy Tuesday, happy April. April 1st is upon us. It is Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for starting your new month with us. It is cloudy and 43 degrees, which is a little bit warmer than we would normally see this time of the year. Today is not looking too bad. Going to be cloudy, maybe some light rain at times this morning, and then gradually the clouds that you see here will begin to depart. We'll have some sunshine, partly sunny by mid-afternoon, quite a bit of sunshine by late in the afternoon, and then gobs of good stuff. Lots of sunshine. The transition really starts Wednesday. We'll warm up to about normal by Thursday. Sunshine Friday, sunny and mild Saturday and Sunday, and into next week we're in for a beautiful stretch of weather. The low is positioned right over us, like right over the Wenatchee Valley. It's spinning around and it's feeding some rain out in the Moses Lake and Spokane areas. Also some snow on Stevens Pass. It's snowing lightly on Stevens. Traction tires are advised, but of course you're supposed to have your studs off by now. They did not extend the deadline. The DOT did not, so studs off your tires, and it's a pretty hefty fine. Driving with studs on your tires on roads that don't need it will rip the road up pretty good. So anyway, all your forecast details are coming up. I think you're going to like what Mother Nature has in store for us. It's going to be really nice this weekend. We will have news, sports, as you know by now, in the Elite Eight. TCU lost to Texas last night. They didn't shoot very well, like 27% from the field. Haley Van Lith's collegiate career is over. Hopefully, it's on to the WNBA. The Mariners had their hats handed to them. The Kraken had their hats handed to them. Anyway, highlights when we get to sports. And if you remember about a week ago, we did a story on Lori Neal, who runs Laurel's Crown Farmstead. They make artisan specialty cheeses. They're centered up in the Chelan Valley. They're part of a grant. They received some grant money from the United States Department of Agriculture to invest in their company. It's a grant, so they pay for it up front, and then the USDA pays them back. Well, they went out and spent money on equipment, and then the USDA said, now we're not going to pay you back. And then something else happened. It's a fascinating story. Our very own Jefferson Robbins and one of our top content producers went up, Tucker anyway, went up to Chelan to talk to Lori, and we'll have that for you in the back half of the program. You do not want to miss that profile. It took a lot of time to put it together, but it's well worth your while. Let's do some cameras from around the valley. Good morning to the Wenatchee Valley. Our PTZ camera from the tip of Wenatchee Heights is zoomed all the way out. You can see the salmon-colored skies high above us. The clouds are a little bit higher than they were yesterday. By the way, with a little bit of rain we got yesterday to close out March, for the month of March, and I'm going to round it up, we had 0.99 inches of rain. I'm going to add an additional 1/100th of an inch of rain just so we can bump it up. So we had basically an inch of rain total for the month of March, which means it was pretty wet. Normally for the month of March, for the entire month, we would get about 3/4 of an inch of rain. We had an inch of rain for the month of March. Sunrise this morning 6:39, sunset tonight 7:31, 12 hours, 52 minutes of daylight. We'll be over the 13-hour mark. By the end of the week, we're still gaining 3 minutes and 24 seconds of daylight every day. And yesterday's high, 52, normal high, 57. That 52-degree mark was like late morning. I don't know if you were out and about at all yesterday afternoon, but it actually cooled off quite a bit in the afternoon hours when the rains came down. Not heavy, but good enough. Camera number 2. We are off to the Arundel Rock camera. Haven't used that one for a while. The traffic seems to be rolling rather smoothly on Highway 2 and Highway 97 on the Douglas County side of the river. Mission Ridge has snow and will still have snow for quite some time. They're always about the last area around our area to lose all the snow. I mean, Mission Ridge, the summit, is almost 7,000 feet in the air, so it'll take a little while. Good morning to our friends at Lake Aniat, directly behind Rocky Reach Dam. Camera number 3 on our Tuesday morning tour back up to Lake Wenatchee. Looks like the snow has melted a little bit. They had rain up there, quite a bit of rain in the Lake Wenatchee area, so the snow continues to recede from the ridge lines, and it looks like the ice is completely gone now from Lake Wenatchee, and a little sliver of Fish Lake on the right-hand side of your screen, and you can kind of make out the airstrip as well. And our 4th camera to wrap up our Tuesday morning tour. We are off once again to Slide Ridge. Good morning to Wapato Lake. Good morning to Roses Lake. Good morning to the other lake. Why do I always draw a blank on that? Anyway, good morning to our friends in the Manson area and all the way down. You can see Wapato Point sticking out there all the way down. You can even see Chelan from that incredible view up Slide Ridge. That is a ways up there, and look at those clouds. Pretty, but kind of sort of ominous. This is an updated slide from what we showed you yesterday. Once again, to most of the part today, it's going to be cooler than normal. We could see some mid to late morning rain today, a little breezy at times. We're going to transition to some beautiful weather by the time we get to the weekend. We're going to be ahead of the game a little bit. By the time we get to Thursday and Friday, it's going to be nice with temperatures slightly above normal. We're going to be a little below normal or right at normal today, Wednesday and Thursday. But boy, do we have a beautiful, beautiful weekend coming up. Check this out from the Climate Prediction Center. The 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. This starts on Sunday, takes you through next Thursday. We'll be deep into April, and look at us. In the upper left-hand corner in the Pacific Northwest, we have about an 80 to 90% chance of seeing our temperatures above normal. We could be in for a beautiful stretch of mild and sunny weather for a long time. That is looking good. I like that. Don't go to Texas, by the way. Going to be a little cool down there. As far as precipitation is concerned, same time period, Sunday through Thursday. As you can see, less than 50-50 chance of seeing below, a 50-50 chance of seeing below normal precipitation. So it looks like right now a very good chance of seeing mild temperatures, above normal temperatures anyway, to get into the middle part of April, and it'll be drier than normal as well. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful stretch of weather, and we're almost there. It's knocking on the door. From the National Weather Service, again, clouds this morning. Snow level is at pass level right now. It's at 2,800 feet. They're going to get a little bit of light snow in the mountain passes. As the day progresses, the snow level goes up. The clouds will begin to thin out. We'll see a little wind and a little light rain this morning, and that's about it. We'll get up to about 55 or 56. Partly cloudy tonight, 35 for the overnight low. For the record, the normal overnight low is 37, so that's about normal. Lots of sunshine, about 54. On Wednesday, sunshine still. On Thursday, and a high of 56. Then we bump up 2 more degrees Friday to 58. By Saturday, in the lower 60s. By Sunday and Monday, in the mid 60s. It's going to be a beautiful stretch of weather. Really catches hold on Friday and Saturday. We're in for a nice stretch if you like sunny and mild weather, and I, for one, do. All right, what made headlines yesterday and today, for that matter? We'll let you know in 2 minutes with the news. You're watching an April 1st edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Central Washington Water is home to the Hot Spring Spa for over 45 years. Come see the Freshwater Smart IQ. It monitors your saltwater spa's pH balance, chlorine, and more. Or the cold plunge tub that will leave you feeling rejuvenated. Plug-and-play spas make hot tubbing easy. With great financing available, cold water, salt water, hot water, Central Washington Water has a spa for your budget and your lifestyle. Stop by today.
The family at the Epladolin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Epladolin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Epladolin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Epladolin, independent and assisted living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour. High clouds, there is some light rain in some locations. It's 42 degrees. High clouds, light rain this morning, gradual clearing this afternoon, and then starting tomorrow, lots of sunshine and a gradual warming trend right up into the mid to upper 60s by Sunday, Monday of next week. 10 minutes after the hour, a Saturday morning structure fire in the 4,000 block of Dixie Lane in Malaga destroyed one mobile home and damaged two others as it spread. The Wenatchee Valley Fire Department said the call went out just before 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. The primary home was empty when the fire broke out and engulfed it in flames by the time firefighters got there. Neighbors in an adjacent house were able to get out safely. A third home suffered cracked windows from the heat of the fire. The fire in the main home collapsed part of the roof and burned through parts of the floors before it could be controlled. No injuries were reported. Our media partner, the Wenatchee World, is reporting that Chelan County reached a settlement in February for $3.25 million with the family of Joseph Verville, who died in the Chelan County Regional Justice Center of acute drug intoxication in 2021. Verville's family sued Chelan County a little over a year ago, alleging that the county failed to address his medical needs while he was detoxing in custody. The federal lawsuit cited an internal Chelan County investigation that indicated the nurse monitoring Verville and 7 other officers violated administrative policies on the day of his death. Several of the staff and officers were reprimanded and all were suspended without pay for 1 day. Verville was one of 2 inmates to die at the jail. In the fall of 2021, a lawsuit over the second death was settled last year for $2.5 million. The U.S. Forest Service says that road repairs and rockfall mitigation work is going to take place starting April 14th, and it's going to last through the end of June. It'll be on Icicle Road just outside of Leavenworth. The work will take place. It'll start from the Snow Lakes Trailhead and it'll go all the way up to the 8-mile campground. During this period, the road will be closed to all non-emergency traffic during business hours, Monday through Friday. On the weekends, the road will remain open to alternating one-way traffic. Travelers into the Icicle Valley, you're advised you can expect delays of up to 20 minutes, and you should plan accordingly. Stricter emission standards for transportation fuels advanced out of the Washington State Senate Committee on Friday. From the Olympia News Bureau, Murrow News fellow Albert James has this update on why supporters are pushing the changes, which opponents say will further inflate the price that we pay for gasoline.
We have second substitute House Bill 1409 before us.
House Bill 1409 accelerates the reduction of carbon emissions from transportation fuels under the state's clean fuel standard. Democratic prime sponsor Joe Fitzgibbon says stricter standards will bring more incentive to make cleaner burning fuels in Washington rather than Oregon or California.
We need to strengthen this program in order for Washington's clean fuel standard to be driving the continued development of clean fuels and to ensure that we are on track to meet our greenhouse gas reduction targets.
Republicans on the committee were largely opposed to the bill moving forward Friday. Ranking member Matt Banky of the Tri-Cities area says on top of lawmakers considering new taxes that could increase costs, the stricter environmental standards would only pile on by raising the price of gas. Gas Buddy data shows Washington already has the 3rd highest average price in the country at $4.13 a gallon.
We all agree we want to go after these goals. We want to make sure they're measurable, they're achievable, and with that is sustainable. And a big piece of our no votes today was some of us had concerns about the affordability on ratepayers.
Banky says market-based solutions are needed to support clean fuel manufacturing in the state and compete with other markets across the region and around the world.
We want to have some tweaks to the language that gives us that affordability, allows us to have the supply chain, the market can go after the feedstock that allows us to manufacture here in the state, increases jobs, and we didn't see some of that in the bill.
In a statement, Representative Fitzgibbon says he's glad to see the effort move forward and, quote, Washington's clean fuel standard is accelerating our transition away from dirty fossil fuels and has impacted the price of gasoline by less than a penny per gallon. The Association of Washington Business previously testified the clean fuel standard in its early stages currently has a minimal impact on transportation fuels, but that will change over time.
As the program in stringency increases, both as originally projected under this program and under this new bill, those costs are expected to increase further.
The bill now moves to the Senate Ways and Means Committee for their consideration. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
And after operating as a catering business, Leandro's Cafe and Bistro officially opened as a full-service restaurant. They're in the Columbia Station building, not too far from where we are. They've been open since March 3rd. We spoke with the owners, Loreno Sandoval and Manuel de Jesus Leandro, to learn about how the culinary creations that they offer are and how good they've been doing since they opened their doors about a month ago.
We've been looking for a place for so long, and there is always occupied, they're already taken, and then we have this opportunity. Our brother-in-law was able to know about this before someone else did it, and yeah, we thank God we get it. Yeah, but we have been with this idea for years, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have to apply to get this place, and they give us the opportunity to do it. So, and here we are. It's been great location. This is our third week.
Yeah, this is our third week.
This is our third week, and it's been great. We have people from all over, and everybody's been nice to us so far.
From Seattle, we have people from everywhere. They're travelers. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So and looks like they're happy with us. So
we are more happy.
It is a blessing to be here, honestly. Yeah. My son Jesus, he was helping us with Facebook, Instagram, and all the websites. So he's posting our food there, our drinks also. So it helps, and a lot of people see us, and they're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
We have wonderful lattes, mochas, frappes, Red Bulls, Lotus, Italian sodas, smoothies, all kind of things.
For food, we have paninis. We have crepes, sweet and savory crepes also. So it's and we have tortas, sandwiches,
salad,
and it's of course Caesar salad. We have that too. This is a small menu, but I think it's a little bit for everything. So
for everybody.
Yeah. Right now we're doing only sandwiches, and basically is deli sandwiches. That's the only meat we can use right now because we not really can cook as much because of the smoke. So we don't have this excess foods, but they're working on. We don't know when exactly, but they're working on to put a hood on it, and then we can expand our menu. The most sold is the chicken panini and the tortas.
And the turkey pesto with Gouda cheese, they love it too. It's really, really good. We are so happy to be here to serve you, and we would like you guys to taste all our menu because it's really good. Each of them is so different. It could be anything, the torta, the crepe, the panini, the sweet crepes. We have banana and Nutella crepe, which are really, really good. And people love it. And we also have wonderful cafes here. We're using Café d'Arte Coffee, which is really good. We welcome you guys here to visit us. It will be so nice to see you all.
Please just come and join us, meet us as the co-owners, and have a wonderful day and enjoy your meal and your coffee.
Well, I for one am hungry, and that is the news on this first day of April. If you're interested in what's going on around here, and we have an idea that you do, watch the news at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. Be informed about what's going on in the Wenatchee Valley and all of North Central Washington, the evening news. At 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, if that doesn't work into your schedule, you want to settle in and watch the news in its entirety without having to commit to those times, it'll be up and running on our homepage, NCWLIFE.com, on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page. We try to make it as easy for you to find us as we can find you. I'm just kidding. We don't have that technology. But we're working on two-way television. You never know. And if you're out and about and you see something that might be newsworthy, send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. Not a good start for the Mariners last night. They dug themselves a big hole and never quite got out of it. Sports is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Craving fresh Asian comfort food? Steam Panda is Wenatchee's popular, family-friendly Asian restaurant. They focus on providing guests with delicious, healthy, fresh, and natural dishes for an affordable price. It's time to enjoy one of their many popular house-made soup dumplings, ramen noodles, or pho dishes. And make sure to ask about their lunch and chef specials on sushi rolls. Steam Panda's Hawaiian poke bowl and salads are excellent with your favorite boba tea. Stop by or order online at Steam Panda today.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
22 minutes after the hour, the Detroit Tigers scored 6 runs in the first inning. They pounded out 18 hits. They had 8 players get at least 1 hit. You add all that up, and that means you're not going to win. They beat the Mariners 9-6 last night. It was Detroit's first win of the season.
3-2. That ball's charged up deep into left field. Arozarena has to watch that thing fly. Riley Green doubles the lead in a heartbeat.
Yeah, anytime he's throwing that sinker, the Tigers are all over it. Justin Henry Malloy smoked one to right center. Kerry Carpenter smokes one over into right field, and then Riley Green getting that sinker tailing away from it, hits it out to left center. It's just a matter of he just doesn't feel comfortable with it.
Javi lays into this one, deep left. Arozarena watches it hit the wall and ring back in. 2 runs are home. The Tigers have batted around in the first inning, and though the roof is...
Jackson Jobe retired the Mariners in order in the first. Randy, fly ball left field, jumps on it right away, an ambush bomb out to the bullpen. And the Mariners will start to inch back with Randy's second of the season.
Tell you what, Aaron, he just continues to punish baseballs here early on. Another top tenor in the exit velo. Ball absolutely crushed. You saw Cal Raleigh just go foul on that fastball. Upper 90s, middle of the plate. He keeps that one fair. Ball is crushed into that Tigers bullpen. Being together in the minor leagues.
Braley, right field, gone. Home run, his first this year.
Luke Braley.
Yeah, that's a nice moment on a forgettable night so far.
Making all-star teams.
Cal Raleigh out to left field. Does it have enough? At the wall, gone. A home run for Cal Raleigh. His first this year.
After a slow start, Cal Raleigh, but all of a sudden in the home run column.
Back to Cal's home run.
A little hanging breaking ball. So something up, out over the plate. It's a moonshot into Edgars.
Line drive right at third. Baez plucks it, and the Tigers have won for the first time in 2025 on a 6-run first inning that stood up.
Boy, those outstanding add-on runs really kept the Tigers from getting really, really nervous, but good job. Jackson Jobe got a smile on his face. He started the game, and his team got a win.
Mariners and Tigers go at it again tonight. Casey Mize will start for the Tigers. Logan Gilbert will take the mound for the Mariners. First pitch at 6:40. The rest of the American League West from yesterday, the Reds just crushed the Rangers 14-3. It took 10 innings, so free baseball. But the Angels got by the Cardinals, and the Giants dispatched the Astros 7-2 in interleague play. Well, the Dallas Stars won for the 6th straight game. They beat the Kraken 3-1 last night at Climate Pledge Arena. The Stars are now 10-1-1 all time. Against Seattle, Capo Keiko scored Seattle's only goal 62 seconds into the first period. He sets a new career high in points. Philip Grubauer made 28 saves in his first start since March 19th. But their Kraken are just playing out the string. They begin a 5-game road trip tomorrow in Vancouver. TCU guard Haley Van Lith saw her college career come to an end as her TCU Horned Frogs fell to Texas 58-47 in the Elite Eight last night. In the NCAA Women's Tournament, TCU shot just 27% from the field, and they were held to just their second lowest point total of the season. Best of luck in her future for Haley. And the Washington State men, they're done for the year too. Both the Georgetown Hoyas and the Cougars don't have many players left. They're all in the transfer portal now. It's basically a JV game. But in the men's CBC tournament in Las Vegas, Georgetown beat the Cougars, so the Cougars' season is over. They finished 19-15. To the pitch we go. Prep soccer today. Moses Lake plays host to West Valley at 6 o'clock. Also, Kashmir hosting LaSalle. Ellensburg says hello with Freda, and Quincy travels to Grandview. And a 7 o'clock start in East Wenatchee, Sunnyside, and Eastmont. Prep baseball, one doubleheader on tap. Kashmir makes the long trip to Royal, so they'll start at 3 o'clock. Wenatchee will host Sunnyside at 4 o'clock in a single game. Same deal with Davis and Eastmont. Eisenhower at Moses Lake at 4. 4:30 first pitch for Cascade at Chelan, at Freda at Sela, and Quincy at Ellensburg. One softball score to pass along to you in a non-leaguer on Monday. Moses Lake Mavericks crushed the Southridge Suns 11-1. Prep softball schedule today, pretty light. Chelan has a doubleheader at Natchez Valley at 3 o'clock. Wenatchee will be at Sunnyside, and girls fast pitch softball at 4 o'clock. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. It's the Obscura holiday. There's nothing obscure about April Fool's Day, so we'll jump right in it. Today is National 1 Cent Day, and even though we refer to it as the penny, it's actually not called a penny. It's a 1 cent coin. The word penny comes from the British denomination of the same name. As you well know by now, President Trump wants us to stop minting pennies, but they'll still be legal tender because it costs the U.S. Mint 1.5 cents to make 1 cent. So they lose about $50 million a year making them. In fact, the U.S. Mint produces 5 to 10 billion 1 cent coins each year. That's 2/3 of the Mint's total yearly coinage production. How many 1 cent coins are out there? They think about 150 billion, most of them in seat cushions and in ashtrays. Of course, they're not made of copper anymore. In World War II, because they had to save money for ammunition, the pennies, 1 cent coins, were minted, they were struck with steel. You can't miss them because they're the only coins that actually stick to magnets. So there you go. If you have any penny from World War II, the odds are pretty good it'll stick to a magnet. Happy National 1 Cent Day. I don't know if they've talked to Lincoln about getting rid of it, but they're not going to get rid of it. They're just going to quit making it. 29 minutes after the hour, say goodbye to the Seattle Pilots. April 1st, 1970, 55 years ago today, Bud Selig, the automobile dealer from Milwaukee, buys the Seattle Pilots, pays $10.8 million, and then moves them immediately to Milwaukee. They will rename the team the Brewers. They kept Seattle's color scheme because they already had the uniforms. They just ripped Seattle off and put Milwaukee on it. By the way, in case you're curious, the Seattle Pilots lost $1 million during their lone season in Seattle. 55 years ago today, the first of about 700,000 AMC Gremlins are released into North America. They're now collector's items because AMC doesn't exist anymore. The Gremlin hasn't existed for the last 45 years or so. Cute little car. Happy birthday to the Gremlin. If you see one, buy one. You might be able to fix it up and sell it for a big fat profit. Here is the home, 2066 Christ Drive, Los Altos, California. And inside that modest little home, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne founded Apple Incorporated, April 1st, 1976, 49 years ago today. Poor Ronald Wayne. He had a 10% share in the company. He was supposed to handle administrative duties and bookkeeping, but he was a little gun shy, and on April 12th, 1976, less than 2 weeks after Apple was founded, Ronald Wayne left Apple. He sold his 10% share back to the two Steves. He got $800 for it, $800. Apple is now worth over $3 billion. So if you want to figure out what 10% of $3 billion is, poor Ronald Wayne. And finally, I remember this. I was driving to school in Seattle on April 1st, 1984, when word came over the radio that Marvin Gaye was shot and killed by his father one day before his 45th birthday during an argument between his father and his mother in Los Angeles. His father was charged. Charges were dropped when it was discovered that Marvin Gaye's father had terminal brain cancer. Birthdays. One heavenly birthday, Denise Nickerson. You're going to go, who the heck is her? Take a look. Denise Nickerson, born in the state in 1957. She was Violet Beauregard. Remember her, the bratty, violet-wearing, bubblegum chewing snot in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Yeah, that was her. Denise Nickerson, born in the state in 1957. She passed away in 2019 at the age of 62. My favorite team, as you know by now, is the New York Yankees. My second favorite team that I follow is the Norwegian track and field team. Somebody wanted with Andres Thorkildsen, the javelin thrower from Norway, a happy 42nd birthday. He won the Olympic gold medal in 04 and in 08. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsors. One of the most fascinating stories we had a chance to do in quite some time comes your way next. Lori Neal owns and operates Laurel's Crown Farmstead. They make artisan specialty cheeses. They're based up in the Chelan area, and they got grant from the USDA. They spent the grant money, and then the USDA said, we're not going to cut you a check after all. A fascinating story when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Save hundreds, one seat at a time at Boswell's. Right now, take $200 off each dressless seat. This includes each dressless Laurel and Mint dining chair and home office chair, each dressless recliner, and each dressless sofa seat. Spring is here. Refresh your home with stressless seating for less. Shop Boswell's, 2915 Easy Street in Wenatchee.
Spring into the good life. World-class wine, food, and hospitality meet on the shores of Lake Chelan. Chelan Cellars, bringing great wine, food, friends, and family together where vineyards and the good life bloom every spring.
Tipsy Canyon Winery has become the place to go for fine wine and unbelievable views of the Chelan Valley. Tipsy Canyon Winery is a year-round destination for wine lovers, so stay for the moment that becomes the memory at Tipsy Canyon Winery.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, Washington Trust Bank can help you get there. Learn more at watrust.com/awesome.
This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. So, Rosie, my sweet wife, and I are at La Fuente for dinner. She looks at the menu and says, "Do you want to share something? The veggie burrito looks good." I go, "Share? The veggie burrito?" And actually, veggie burrito is a contradiction in terms as far as I'm concerned, but whatever. So I say politely, "No thanks." And when she asks me what I'm going to order, I say chili verde. And she says, "You always get chili verde." And she says, "You always order the same thing. You wear the same clothes. You listen to the same music. Why don't you ever want to try anything new?" And I say, "Well, we've been married for 47 years. Silence. Then she says, "The veggie burrito looks good." This is Mike, Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion. Oh boy, the veggie burrito. Okay.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hey.
If it feels like everything you say to your teenager goes in one ear and out the other, you're not alone. But even when it seems like they aren't listening, they are, especially when it comes to a topic like drugs. Find time in everyday moments to share facts, teach refusal skills, and answer their questions about drugs, including opioids like fentanyl, because your words matter. Get the conversation started today.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. With professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
My name is Lori Neal. I am a dairy farmer, cheesemaker located in Chelan, right above the tunnel.
Lori Neal is a Chelan farmer who creates artisan cheeses thanks to the help of her small herd of dairy cows. Last year, her dairy farm and others on the West Coast were selected to share in $690,000 worth of grants through the Dairy Business Innovation Initiative, a federal reimbursement program managed by the Department of Agriculture. Then, after spending thousands of dollars for new equipment, Lori found out the Trump administration had frozen the reimbursement funds. NCWLIFE went to visit Laurel's Crown farmstead to find out what happened next.
I got started, it was something that intrigued me, but you couldn't find supplies. It was sort of like winemaking back in the days when you used bread yeast, to start. And so I couldn't find supplies, so I kind of put it aside. And then in 2010, I found a company, New England Cheesemaking, that sells specifically for people who want to get into home cheese making. So I got to playing around with it, found a couple milk sources, and we decided that was probably something that I could do as a business. I took Washington State University's beginning cheese making class, and then I took their advanced, their short courses. And then beyond that, it really is just a lot of spectacular failures to learn how to do it. This is Dolly, and that's Jolene, if you're picking up any kind of theme here.
Oh, I see. Well, Reba just pushed Jolene out of the way of my hand so she could get some pets.
Yes, Reba has some attitude. So, and this is Pearl over here. She and Reba are both expecting their first this year, probably in July.
All right.
So what you see here is we use compost bedding. So once a day for sure, sometimes twice a day depending on how wet it is. We put fresh straw down. I buy a semi-load of straw from out in the basin. We also buy 3 semi-loads of hay because I can't produce enough here. And then we just let it build up. I have to empty out a little bit of it, as you've seen off and on, but this is the only compost we have. So it's about 80% straw, 20% cow waste. And we put it over there and let it age out for a year. And then we put it back on the pasture. But the advantage to compost bedding, I can come out here and put a compost thermometer down in there, and I've registered 140 degrees about 12 inches in. So what happens is their waste has already started composting. And so one of the things we always do is people are always so concerned about the cows when it gets to be negative 12. And so that we'll get emails and on Facebook, you know, are the cows okay? Are the cows okay? Yep, they're fine, and we'll take a picture of the thermometer and show them.
They can rest on the rising heat.
That's right. It's like sitting on an electric blanket.
Never been licked by a cow before. That was like a giant cat.
Yeah. My granddaughter got it from Lola the other day, and she's 14 months old, and Lola's tongue is about this long. And poor Kenzie was just like... One of the advantages to Jersey milk is that there's so much more, that it's very rich. And so I actually get more cheese per gallon than I would get, say, if I had Holstein milk. If I make cheese 3-4 times a week, I'm making 70 pounds per batch in my current setup. So a couple 100 pounds a week, depending on how much milk they're producing. Depends on how fast I make it. I started with making hard cheeses, so I have one called Jersey Girl. I do Badger Mountain Blue, more in the summertime. Blue's a little funky to work with, so it takes more, but Badger Mountain Blue. And then I have some other hard cheeses. Once in a while I'll do something for fun. So with Lake Chelan Brewing's Irish Prizefighter Stout, I've done a washed cheese. So I make the curd and then I pour the stout over the top of it and let it soak in and then age it. And I've done, you know, some winery wipe downs. And then we got into some soft stuff, fromage blanc, urban garlic, and that has sold really well. We did feta last year. It kind of just depends on what mood I'm in. We're currently using a 60-year-old pasteurizer, and it's been a workhorse. There's no doubt about that. But we wanted to improve that situation. We're limited on our smaller equipment with how many wheels we could press and have them come out looking really good. When you press cheese, you basically are closing the rind. When you put it into the mold, it looks, you know, it's curds, and you have to get it pressed, otherwise it will mold clear through the center. So if your rinds are not smooth, then you risk waste, and you risk waste from not only mold but also from excessive drying and that kind of thing.
So with this structure, you're bringing cows in here individually for milking?
Yep, we bring them up. They come right up the run there. We got the run kind of mucked up right now, but we open the gate. I can usually stand down here and yell for them, and they'll come up. And they come up through here, through the run, and I pen them in. So I have 3 stalls here because we've been milking with a vacuum pump, I've only been able to milk 2. This used system that we were lucky enough to find is such that we can add on to it and set up to milk a 3rd cow.
You lead the cows in here, they sit in these corrals, they can feed while you're milking them from the lower tier? Okay.
Yep, and I don't have to bend over, basically. Sanitation is everything. Our entire life revolves around sanitation on the farm. So we wipe down the udders, wash them down with some soap and water. Make sure everything looks okay. It's nice to be able to be in the pit and have a bird's eye view of the udder up in between, rather than having to get down on the ground. So they come in, they get milk. They're used to the whole system. They'll stand out here and argue about who gets to come in, and they have their system. They only go in, most of them only will go into one particular stall. And they come in and get their pellets. Even the ones that we're not milking, that's one of the ways that I bring them up to get them used to it, especially new moms. By bringing them in ahead of time, I bring them in, give them some pellets, usually in this last one here, give them some pellets. As they get familiar with that, then I wash their teats, even though we're not doing anything with them, wash them and give them some udder mud and that kind of thing. And so by the time they have their calf, then they're ready. And they know the drill.
So you had specific pieces of equipment that you wanted to buy. You were approved for the USDA's Dairy Business Innovation Grants. You knew that you had a guarantee of reimbursement if you went out and bought these things. So at some point in January, February, you learned that the grant was on hold.
Yeah, February 28th. And we were given the go-ahead to start spending money December 2nd. And it's, as are pretty much all government grants, I think, they're on a reimbursement basis. So you spend and then you turn in your receipts, justify, and then you get reimbursed. Towards the end of January, there was kind of some rumblings, and we were getting ready to purchase the pasteurizer. And we wanted to get in before any increases in cost on stainless steel and that kind of thing. But we asked the question, should we be concerned here? And we were told that the USDA basically was saying, no, things are going ahead as planned. So we went ahead and purchased the pasteurizer. And then kind of we started getting messages from our facilitators that said that USDA was not communicating with them on their questions. And then finally on February 28th, they said all of the funds have been frozen. There will be no reimbursements right now, and we have no idea when that's going to change. Having come from a background of grants, the scrutiny of how you spend your money is extreme. Like I said, I've worked for a grant program before, and I know what we have. I know what's allowable, and I know what's not allowable, and the amount of scrutiny that every dollar you spend comes under. This is actually our milk processing facility. So it comes in here. I have 2 milk tanks. Law requires, that's my storage milk tank. So the law requires that new milk be less than 50 degrees before you add it to previously milked milk. So we bring it in, we put it in here, we drain it back out into the bucket, pour it over there and mix it together. And then the white one on the end there is the pasteurizer. This is 145 degrees for 30 minutes. So the milk just is a better quality for cheese making than a high temp. So for example, if I went and bought a gallon of ultra pasteurized milk at the store, it won't coagulate. You can't make cheese out of it. So I bring it in, I pasteurize, then we pump it through here up in these lines and over into the cheese vat, comes down into the cheese vat. We're kind of the largest dairy in Chelan County. I mean, I'm it. There's a couple of folks producing milk, but best I can tell, I'm the only cow milk cheese producer in Chelan County. Thankfully, dairy people tend to be really accommodating, so I can call just about anybody in Western Washington with the coalition and get questions answered, which is very cool. So I spent most of last week talking with media outlets and with legislators. Our legislators here were amazing. Their staffs really asked really pointed questions. And then finally, after 5 days, for whatever reason, the USDA completed their review of the grant and released the funds 5 days later. You know, we're in a much better position than other people that we've talked with. You know, there were people that they had money that they had taken out of their day-to-day operations and then found that it was not going to be reimbursed. And that was a significant hit for those folks. Thankfully, we'd gone in with eyes wide open and didn't pull money out that we had to depend on. There were a lot of people asking a lot of questions. And one of the farmers that I work with for my supplies had commented on a post that someone made, and that was that American farmers need these type of programs in order to remain competitive. And I totally agree with that, because here we do what is best. I mean, we pay a decent living wage. We give reasonable working hours, but it does give us a disadvantage in places that don't have those requirements. And so these types of grants offer us the opportunity to innovate and expand where otherwise we might not have the opportunity because we just can't get far enough ahead to do that. We have the back side of the milking parlor here, and immediately we're dealing with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. So immediately coming in from the milking parlor, because we don't want manure and stuff tracked into any processing. So we don't access this building directly from the milking parlor. So we come into an anteroom where boots and clothes and that sort of thing can be changed. We'll have our milk processing back in the back there. That's where that pasteurizer and the tanks will be. And then this corner here will be the cheese make and walk-in coolers or walk-in aging rooms and stuff. Off the front there will be a little room. You can come in and see directly into the cheese make facility. I've worked, in the small facility for so long, and it worked really well. I mean, it was a good facility for what we were doing. So, but this gives us a chance at being more profitable in the long run. It's not headed out. It gives me a chance to hire someone to help do more things than 80-hour weeks for me. And we've always paid above minimum wage to all of my staff because dairy is dirty and cold and hot and, so, and that's kind of the way you keep people, to be fair. We have a story to tell, and we're local, and I'm not the only local farmer with a story to tell. And there's a lot of us, I think, out there. So if anything else, support your local farmer. Go visit them at the farmer's market. Go find out who they are, because they're living and working here because they want to and they love to. I'm really happy with where we're at. My husband's getting there.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
It's the NCWLIFE Community Calendar, brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. The Chelan Douglas Land Trust and the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is bringing back Pets and People Outdoors on Saturday, April 5th. It's your chance for pet lovers and hiking lovers to get together and experience the beauty of our trail system. The event begins and ends at the Kenzie's Landing Trailhead and features giveaways, coffee and baked goods for sale, classes, and a costume contest.
When you enjoy Abby's Pizza at your place, close your eyes and you can taste old-fashioned values, classic pizza parlor decor, and generations of tradition. Recreate that magic. Open your eyes and head to abbys.com. With pickup and delivery options, no matter where you dine, Abby's just tastes better. This is Skinny, and he helped found Abby's 60 years ago. In honor of Skinny, we're putting his favorite pizza on sale. Savory pizza sauce, Canadian bacon piled to the edge, and juicy tomatoes make this a very special pizza. Order your Skinny special right now at abbys.com.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
All right, if you'll indulge with me with a little shop talk before we get into the weather forecast. It was exactly 10 years ago today, April 1st, 2015. It was a Wednesday that I sat across John Seebeck's desk at local Telus headquarters on Grant Road. John told me, well, we've purchased KWCC TV and we think we can make a go of it, at least make it a better product than what it is now. Would you like to be a part of us launching a brand new television station here in the Wenatchee Valley? And I said yes. So today, and I was the first one ever hired here at the NCWLIFE channel, the first one. And I'm still here 10 years later. So today, if you will, it was a Wednesday, April 1st. I signed all the papers. I didn't start actually going to work until the following Monday, but I consider today, believe it or not, April 1st, my anniversary. And so it's 10 years to the day, 1 decade. Wow. Where did the decade go? And we made a lot of mistakes in our early years. And now we still make a lot of mistakes, but nobody knows them except for us. All right, from the National Weather Service, one more time, let's take a look at what we have for you today. It's going to be cloudy this morning, maybe a couple of spittles of rain here and there. Eventually, the clouds thin out. They get out of here. They'll be heading to the east by the middle of the afternoon. We'll have partly sunny skies by the end of the day. By about 6:37, we'll have some sunshine. And we'll top off at about 55 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight, 35 for the overnight low, and then we'll take a look at it. It's right there in front of you. Just about 55 or so with quite a bit of sunshine Wednesday. A couple of degrees warmer on Thursday. A couple of degrees warmer on Friday than it will be on Thursday. By the time we get to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, a drop dead gorgeous weekend. All the ensemble models are all in agreement that as a ridge builds up on Thursday and Friday, we are in for sunny and mild weather, a very pleasant weekend, and it could very well last right into next week. Happy April. Start your Monday, Tuesday. Start your Wednesday with us tomorrow. Until then, have a great Tuesday. Bye-bye.